commission, it wasn't an investigation commission, so it wasn't given the means, first of all, to investigate properly in military, diplomatic, or political documents the way it should have been. It wasn't allowed to conduct interviews the way they should have been as well as MPs. And in the end, well, the conclusions were very, 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 very light compared to the heavy responsibility that France has, or that some people in France have today. Maybe you want to say a bit more about that?
That's perfect. Yeah, maybe we can have points of view from Central Africa and from Kenya, but how do you see this, and how do you see the fact that we do not speak much about genocide in Europe and elsewhere in the world? How does it resound in Africa and in your countries? You can have your points of view to be interesting.
Thank you once again for the good initiative, because it takes two to tango. I really think maybe you should also spread your wings and reach out to the refugees who are still living in other East African countries, who ran away from the conflict that sparked from the genocide, and they really talk in very low tones because most of them have grown. Now they are adults and they are scared even to go back to Rwanda. And what we are trying to do as young democrats in Kenya is encourage these people to appreciate the beauty of independence that has come with the conflict in the region. And I really appreciate that young people are doing it for themselves now. And recently we were also affected after the elections in 2007. We saw what happened in Kenya. It was another type of genocide where after elections very many people were killed, and we really, as young people in Kenya, we condemn the acts of genocide, and it really affects the economy, and we hope that these forums can educate women and young people about the conflict in the region. Thank you.
Brian.
Merci camarades. Je voudrais d'abord féliciter les jeunes du MJS pour cette initiative, parce que depuis que l'événement de génocide rwandais a commencé, aucun homme politique, je dirais, de quelque constructif s'est été en France pour être bien lié d'une vérité sur ce qui s'est passé. C'est vrai, ça a commencé au Rwanda. Entre les Rwandais, la France est intervenue, même partiellement. Ce cas, nous l'avons vécu chez nous. Alors, la traduction.
Traduction en anglais.
Do you need a translation maybe? Okay. Yeah. Well, the comrade was saying that, well, she was thanking MJS for the initiative because it has been such a long time that no one ever actually stood up to kind of say what the responsibility of France was, like no politician, even if it's a bit more complicated than that, it's said more than others, but really no one actually said exactly what happened and who is responsible for it.
Oui, ce qui se passait au Rwanda, chaque pays africain l'a connu d'une autre manière. Nous, en Centrafrique, on a connu l'intervention de la France après que les Centrafricains se sont levés pour s'entretuer entre eux. Mais jusqu'aujourd'hui, nous disons que l'intervention française en Afrique n'a pas toujours été ce que nous attendons. Et toujours, il y a quelque chose qui se cache derrière que nous-mêmes, Africains, nous n'arrivons pas à comprendre. Pourquoi intervenir et comment intervenir? Et à chaque fois qu'il y a une occasion ou des situations de ce genre, il faudrait qu'il y ait une explication claire pour que le peuple puisse comprendre ce qui s'est passé, pourquoi intervenir et comment intervenir.
Then, I'm sorry, I don't have your name. Laure. So Laure was just saying that basically the way, well, they haven't really like experienced the situation of the genocide, but they experienced the French army military intervention in their country at the moment because of the killings that are going on in Central Africa, and she says that even today we need to be very careful about what the reasons for these interventions, these military interventions are, and the fact that often there are background reasons that are not clearly said, and she said that the people of the country need to know what exactly the goal of the operation, of military operations, if they happen and if they're accepted, what these goals are, so that the military operation is legitimate also in the country, and that everything is transparent and clear. So yeah.
Et j'aurais souhaité que cette initiative puisse aller de l'avant, que ce soit au Rwanda, au Mali, en Centrafrique, là où la France intervient, il puisse y avoir au moins des explications pour permettre au peuple de comprendre pourquoi et comment, et aussi donner l'occasion même au peuple même d'agir, de faire ce qu'ils veulent de leur pays, au lieu d'être toujours en gendarme et agir comme de toujours. Je vous remercie.
Finally, Lord said that Génocide initiative was further being critical towards the military operations of France and European countries in Africa.